Hello there. It's Jackie here from St. Leonard's Reiki. Hello, it's lovely to be back. Sorry for the gap in my recordings, but yes, I haven't been quite myself and wanting to do a video has been a bit, but here I am, all back and well and happy to go forward and move on with this chakra series that I'm doing. So let's move on to the heart chakra. The heart chakra is so important with where we are now. Lots of people are talking about the heart chakra being the new energy for this year, 2022. Yes, we've been living in a very masculine, energetic feeling of 3D, and we're moving into a feminine 5D energy now, where we're all coming to the heart center. We're all coming to our heart, hopefully. We're all moving into that more softer, feminine energy, where we're not so monkey mind, analytical, what am I doing? Constantly thinking, doing. We're moving into that more gentle being state, which is the feminine energy, which is the soft, loving, healing, now present energy. So I just want you to have a bit more understanding about the heart chakra. Maybe you're wishing to heal your heart chakra yourself. Maybe you've been told by somebody else that your heart chakra is out of balance, or it needs this or it needs that. So let's have a look at it. So it's number 4 on the chakra series. So we started with the root, and then we did the sacral, then we did the solar plexus, and now we're on the heart. So you can see it's number 4 on the ladder, stepping stones in our human energetic system, if you like. So if you haven't listened to the previous videos, it might be worth going back and listening to them, because they do kind of run in order, very much so, with our sort of evolutionary state. I think by the time we've got to the heart, we've really dealt with being here on the earth in our human body. We've really dealt with the energy of the difficulty of being in this vehicle, this body. And that's the root chakra, really. And then with the sacral chakra, we've dealt with sort of the feelings that come about. Solar plexus is, what are we doing about all that on a day-to-day basis? And then, so where are we with the heart chakra? Well, as you can probably guess, we're with the feeling, we're with the emotional state, aren't we? With the feelings, but more with the relationships with other people that we're having, rather than just ourselves. Quite often the sacral chakra is very similar. You might get, there might be a need to balance the sacral chakra with the heart chakra, because again, these are very emotional centers. But the heart chakra is more often linked with how we feel about ourselves in relation to the outside world. Yeah, so we're thinking about where do we fit in relationship with all these other people? And that's very important with regards to animals, actually, because animals we can't actually talk to. I know we can, and we do, but we don't speak the same language. So with animals, we learn to speak with our hearts. And there are many people that find it very difficult to communicate with other people. And they literally embrace animals because they find them so much easier. And they find the communication with animals really easy because they've learned how to open their hearts. They've learned how to do this heart-to-heart connection with an animal, and they listen as well. Because remember, all relationships are give and take. They are all a matter of giving and receiving, talking and listening. And that's where we are with the heart. All the energetic systems are a mixture of yin and yang, as in they hold both the masculine and the feminine centers about them. So neither is one nor the other. So there are both the aspects to the heart, but in essence, it has a softer energy, and so it is known more of as a feminine energy. But we have to be cruel to be kind, you know. But there's that age-old saying. So quite often, yeah, we come to the heart chakra and we listen to what our heart is saying, but we listen to what our heart is saying, and sometimes we do have to be called to be kind. So we might need to say something and be really truly honest, authentically about ourselves. We might need to really stand up for ourselves rather than just going with the flow. We might need to do that with other people and stand up and say this, be their voice, kind of thing. Quite often this relates to the throat chakra as well. The heart chakra is standalone on its own as well, because it's in the center of the two worlds of chakras. So we have the earthly chakras, which are all those ones that we've dealt with that I said about. And then we have the heavenly chakras, which are the ones that are to come in the next videos that we are going to talk about. But the heart chakra really is just on its own. It's its own chakra. And quite often I see it as a bridge. It is termed as a bridge because it is the connector, it's the joiner, it's the facilitator, the mediator. And for us to be in flow and feel well and whole, we need these lower chakras to be communicating with the higher chakras, and the higher chakras to be communicating with the lower chakras, and everything needs to be in sync, in balance. Yeah, so it's no good you working on one chakra area and thinking, yes, that's great, and all the other chakras are out of sync. No, we need them all to be ticked and balanced. And this chakra is very much doing a balancing act between that, as I say, the higher and the lower. So what else can we say about it? It sits in the center of our chest. So it obviously is to do with the heart. It is in the area of our lungs. So on a physical scale, if we have anything going on in our physical body, it might be that the heart chakra is where we need to go to give ourselves healing. If there is a breathing problem, if you're suffering with a cold, or a lung condition, asthma, or even allergies where catching your breath is difficult. Emotionally, if you've got a problem of the relationship problem with anyone else that you're dealing with, maybe we're talking about grief. Maybe you're learning to let go. Maybe you're learning to live without somebody, whether you've lost them or whether a relationship has come to an end, whether you're moving and you literally feeling a loss because everything's changed around you. That's very heart-centered. So it can be to do with people, as I say, it can be to do with animals, but also it can be very much to do with ourselves. And quite often we just need to give ourselves more love. That can usually be what I come across with Reiki. How kind are you to yourself? How much love do you give to yourself? Do you speak kindly about yourself? You're always putting yourself down. I know somebody who, whenever they sneeze, they get cross with themselves. They tell themselves off, kind of thing. It's that sort of thing. When you just silly things like when you walk into something, or you stub your toe and you go, oh, that's so stupid. Why do I always do that? It's those sort of messages all the time. If that's kind of what's coming in, that's what your heart's picking up on, or your heart is picking up on these maybe unspoken thinking, and hopefully not voicing out too often, feeling about how you're feeling about yourself. So it would be a really, really good idea if you could start filling your heart up with love for yourself. Positive statements about yourself, positive affirmations about yourself, really looking at yourself and talking to your eyes and saying your name and saying how much you love yourself. I know that's really scary and the last thing most people want to do, but that's a really good exercise. I've got some notes here. I'm just going to look at my notes. Yes, I've just been writing down there about coming more to our heart and being more aware of our feelings about the outside world and our feelings about everything. So listening more with your heart. And if we're so caught up on our phones and our technology, and we're so busy with all the bombardment of life, life is noisy, isn't it? We're kind of missing out on the cues, the feelings of the body. That's really important. So, if you do have a busy family, say, or you've got like a big family, or work is really busy, and you hardly have a minute's peace in the day, maybe just take yourself off for a walk in the day, or a nice long soak in the bath, or I don't know, just like half an hour's time for some yoga or meditation, or maybe a Reiki treatment perhaps, to just have some quiet time to listen in. And it's at those times that we're listening to our body and listening to what your heart is saying to you, because we can, your heart does talk to you all the time, and we just don't realize that. We've lost touch with that. So just please do listen to what your heart's saying. And it's almost like listening to your intuition, your third eye, listening to your tummy, listen to your heart as well, because it is that sort of more feminine voice. It is telling you how your heart feels as opposed to the mind. The rational, logical, more masculine mind is saying, let's listen to what the heart says. What's the heart's take on this problem that maybe you're being faced with at the moment? So the element is air. All the chakras resonate to an element. And obviously, because this center is around the lungs, it's to do with the air element. So if you want to balance this chakra, you're just sitting quietly and you are using the breath. You are taking a nice big breath in. You're holding the breath and you're noticing the breath, and you're feeling how beautiful that just feels and how needed it just feels to just hold the breath, and how fortunate and grateful we are to just always have that breath. Not just take the air around us for granted. And then release. We could just be doing some simple breathing techniques. And we could just ask for whatever it is we've got a problem with to just come in. Let's have more of this. What are we needing more of? And hold it with our hands, and ask for Reiki for that. And ask Reiki to help us with that. And ask Reiki to give us more of that. And then if you've got a physical problem, or if you've got an emotional problem or a spiritual problem, something going on in your mind and you can't work things out, then ask that breath as you breathe out and release that heavy sigh to go there and give you the answer. Okay, so you're using the breath alongside Reiki to help you with the problem. You can ask for color. Again, we always talk about color. The heart chakra is always to do with pinks. Pinks, beautiful rose quartz is a beautiful crystal if you wanted to draw on a crystal. Aventurine is a lovely green. Green is also the color of the heart. And that's because the heart is not just about linking in with other people and ourselves, but it's about linking in with the world around us. How how do we feel that we fit into the world about us? How do we feel that we fit into the earth? The earth is always giving to us. The earth gives to us in every moment of the day. It's giving us our water and our food and the air and the sunlight and the birds singing, and the next moment and the next moment and the next person that's entering our life and the next experience to savor and the next opportunity and more abundance. So let's come to the heart and give thanks to that we are connecting always with the earth and always grateful. So asking and sending gratitude to the earth, and then as we're doing that, in the same moment, literally trusting and feeling the love coming back to us, and knowing that in the minute we extend any gratitude or love towards our outside environment, that it just pours back to us, because that's the natural law. The minute we give, it comes back tenfold. So it's the fourth chakra system. It's the bridge between the lower chakras and the higher chakras. So it's really important we don't forget about it. It needs to always be in balance. It's in the center of the heart, so it's linking in with the lungs. It's that air element, so use the air. You know, go outside and feel the breeze. Notice the breeze. Take in the breeze. And use that to fill up the lungs, to fill up the heart chakra. You know, like the solar plexus, we can fill up with the sun. The heart chakra, we can fill up just by stepping outdoors. Even if you're not feeling well, you can open the window, open your patio door, and you can feel that air just brushing over your face. You can fill up your heart chakra doing that. So what can you do? You can talk to your heart chakra. You can, as I said, you can tell your heart how much you love it. You can tell your heart chakra how much you love it, how you need it, how you need to be in loving relationships, harmonious relationships. What relationships do you want? Attract them to you. State exactly what you're looking for, and set the example. So you're not going to attract, remember what I said about the sneeze. If you go around sneezing and constantly muttering negativity towards yourself, it sets the example for how you wish to be treated by other people. So set the example and show other people how much you care for yourself. And I don't mean that in an egotistical way, by, you know, being, oh, look at me, aren't I wonderful, and loving myself. No, you are just respectful of your energy. You are respectful. You clothe yourself. You feed yourself. You make time for yourself. You wouldn't think about going out without putting your shoes on and brushing your hair and just doing all those little things because you want to do them for yourself. You know, just imagine yourself as being that little inner child that needs looking after. That's what the heart chakra is all about. Love and nurture your heart chakra. It will grow and grow and grow, and you will attract other people that are vibrating at a similar vibration to you. So you're setting the example for other people to follow. And then, you know, other people aren't going to mistreat you because you're just not resonating at that frequency. You wouldn't even be around other people that are vibrating at that negative, hurtful energy. You're in a different vibration. You're very gentle and soft, vibrating at peaceful, loving harmony with the universe, with the earth, with other people, with animals, with plants, most of all yourself. Always starting with yourself. Okay, so it's like a pyramid. At the top is you. So are you meeting all your needs? And then it's your family and your loved ones. And then it's your extended community. Yeah, and your workplace and the other people that you meet. But you're at the top, so make sure you're ticking all the boxes at the top there for you. Yeah, that's your number one priority. Have you taken time out to look after yourself? Very heart-centered. And then you'll have a balanced heart chakra. You just will. You just will. Okay, so we know what color it is. I think that's everything on my little list. Yeah. So if you are feeling that your heart is unbalanced, hopefully you now have some pointers as to what you can do. You've got some idea of what to do. I always say you could use scent. For me, I suppose it's rose, which is like really gentle, uplifting scents, even like lemon, really soft, feminine energies. Color, as I say, you can come to music, definitely. Anything that brings you peace and joy and makes you feel happy and elevated and harmonious, and remember the element is air. So if you need to get out and feel the air on your body, or you just need to feel freer, that will definitely help balance the heart chakra. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there. I don't want to be too long. I don't want to waffle on for the sake of it. That's the heart chakra. The next chakra we'll be doing is the throat chakra. Very important. Why do I always wear my little scarf? All will be revealed there. And then really we are talking about these higher chakras. Yeah, definitely. So hope that all makes sense. Hope you got something from that, learning about the heart chakra. Very important. Love to you. See you really soon. Take care. Take care of your heart chakra. Bye.